how are people going to know about your API, right? So these are the things that you need to worry about. Now, I've been talking about APIs, and as enterprise architects and IT managers and business people, you certainly need to know how you're going to classify APIs. What different kinds of APIs are there, right? And mind you, I am going to take you through a very technical set of terminologies that explain what APIs are. So just bear with me until you understand the classification and stuff like that, right? So in terms of the classification, right? Customers are going to be customers of API management platforms, and I talk about web APIs and API management platforms interchangeably, because one is related to the other. So if you look at the different kinds of API types, right? You probably would start as an organization. You probably want to open up an API and want to consume it only internally. You could be a very large organization that has many applications and application development teams sitting and working for for different lines of business, and you probably own a part of the infrastructure that hosts these services, the core business services. If you're a bank, it probably is the core banking application. If you're an insurance agent, if you're an insurance organization, it's probably the core applications from that domain, right? So to begin with, you probably have private and internal APIs. These are going to be exposed only to developers from the enterprise, right? These are usually targeted, to be consumed by application development teams that know about the API and probably building some cool applications for the enterprise. And this is, this is the business driver here is really to increase the productivity of employees. I know I worked with an organization that built a HR management application, a mobile application that would help their thousands and thousands of employees to actually look up projects that are available and projects they could apply to, right? So there's very very wide set of uses and creative applications that you could create using APIs, right? The next is when you want to move or kind of mature into exposing your APIs to a limited set of external parties, right? Let's say you're a bank. You probably want to expose some APIs that will enable and reduce paperwork for transactions, right? This could be open to business partners. As I said, in the banking domain, it could be a trading bank. It could be a corporate bank versus a main bank and things like that, right? Now, this is basically a very common use case. It's been prevalent from quite some time now, which takes us to the last one, which is the public or rather open APIs. This is going to be open to all, right? This is like Facebook API, or it could be Google Maps API, right? And the developers in this case could be anybody on the street. It could be someone, an enthusiastic tech geek who would probably want to quickly write up an app that gives you some geotagging that kind of gives you the location and things like that. So you can get really creative. And there's a certain set of application developers that I'm talking about. These are not really people who want to get bogged down with piles and piles of documentation on how to use APIs. They just want to get going, right? They just want to quickly see a request, a response, and be done with it. Quickly create that app that they want to push out to their consumers, right? So these are the three ways in which one can classify the different types of APIs.